Hey guys, 5869 casting, and I've got From Lane to Lane episode 8 today. Super excited for this one. It's actually a few friends of mine. They showed me this game, and it looked like it was really back and forth, so pretty excited to cast this one and just kind of see how my friends play when I'm not there. So we'll just get right into it. We're going to have a Troll Warlord, a Zeus, as well as a Phoenix, a Tree, and a Juggernaut. So you can't go too far without seeing Juggernaut, Troll, or Storm Spirit in a game. And on the Radiant side, we'll have Morphling, Axe, as well as the Winter Wyvern. So I love watching Winter Wyvern, super fun hero. And we also have a Shadow Shaman, already placing a ward here on bot rune. That Troll and the Zeus are both contesting right now, so imagine this game's going to be a pretty good late game. Both teams have some pretty solid late game heroes. Of course, Troll Warlord just going to be doing Troll Warlord things. And look at that, Zeus, free D-ward. What a hero. And they place a sentry up there as well. I'm not sure what Radiant is doing, but free gold for the Troll and for the Axe as well. So Axe is going to be going top lane, not actually opting to start off in the jungle, which is what we do see more often than not. We're going to have the Tree and the Wyvern both trying to fight over who's going to place their ward first, and it looks like Tree just dancing around a bit. Going to level up living armor here as he goes to place his ward, and Wyvern turning back around, going to place the ward. She does have a sentry if she wants to use it. It's going to be Lightning versus Lightning mid. We've got a Storm Spirit versus a Zeus, both heroes mid lane. You can't really deny Zeus, but Storm Spirit should win this lane pretty hard, unless this Zeus is better than him. But usually Storm has a lot easier time mid than most heroes. And look at that, Wyvern's going to get a free D-ward on this top rune. So both teams getting a free D-ward. I imagine maybe Zeus will go by and D-ward that a little bit later. A couple misses there, but not too bad. As we're going to have a Troll Phoenix bot lane, so pretty odd dual lane. They won't have too much kill potential, especially against a Morph who can just waveform away unless you get like a nice bash or something. But a pretty good pull through here. It looks like the Shadow Shaman should get this pull through quite easily here, and with no ward to block that camp, that's going to be a nice bit of golden experience denied from both the Phoenix as well as the Troll Warlord here, as Morphling, not the best hero to kind of lane behind a tower soaking up creep damage, as he's not that tanky early on. He does have the Ring of Protection to give him a little bit more armor. Meanwhile, top lane, we've got a Juggernaut and a Tree against an Axe and a Wyvern. So Wyvern going to be able to heal up this Axe, and I believe he even spins through this Wyvern heal, which is pretty silly if you ask me, but Axe is going to Axe. We'll have to see who comes out on top. I imagine this Axe is just going to go for a blink, probably have it at about 13-ish minutes. Sometimes we see the Vanguard Axes. Those aren't as effective, in Storm getting pretty low mid here. Zeus just really harassing with Lightning Bolt. Doesn't have any more mana to keep it up, unfortunately. He's going to be moving towards top rune. Storm just going to push this out, and he'll probably grab bot rune as top. It's going to be an illusion. Not the best rune early on. You can't really gank too well with that. And top lane just missed that, actually. First blood. Looks like Axe is going to get an easy call onto a first blood there. Treant not really getting enough heals down, and baited. Juggernaut baited into the first blood there. Wyvern gonna use a clarity. Maybe they want to continue to go here. The Tree's quite low. He's at about half HP, so call a couple spins could be an easy kill for him. And I'd imagine they may just go look to, yeah, look at that, he just spins through that heal. Absolutely silly, but I imagine they may just look to cut the creep wave here. When you got two melee heroes, you can't really contest that very well, especially not when you've got a Tree and a Jug. The Wyvern, the slow is going to be so hard to deal with later on as well. Already this tower is taking damage, and look at how aggressive this Axe is playing. There's the call, the battle hunger already on him. He's going to take so much damage. This is slow from the Wyvern. The Treant armor is going to be put on, but it's not going to be enough, and that's already 2 kills top lane as well as the heal onto this Axe. What a disgusting lane this is. It's going to be so difficult for Dire to deal with this right now, and I'd imagine with the Storm going to be potentially losing this mid lane. Or excuse me, the Zeus going to be losing this mid lane. It looks like it may be 2 lanes for the Dire that are already going to be lost. We do thankfully have an upgraded courier for the Dire. Not yet for the Radiant here, as we're going to have Troll Warlord do some Troll Warlord things. If he wants to come back, can't really do the triple pull very well. He is going to catch 1 creep, so good on him. And that's a pretty difficult to do, actually. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to get any more than that. And he's going to have a double stacked camp here. So the Troll and the Phoenix are going to get quite a bit here. I think it may be beneficial for them to rotate the Phoenix at the very least top lane, rotate the Tree bottom, and really stop some of this Axe's aggression here, as you need at least somebody with range. Even the Flame Spirits will be able to do so much. Living Armor going to be thrown out on the tower. Not sure if that was a mistake or on purpose. Although this Jug still has plenty of regen, so I'd imagine it'd be on purpose, as you want to keep that tower as close to full HP as possible. Storm just going to get a stack here, and Both teams playing pretty well now. Bot lane, not too aggressive despite having a Shadow Shaman and a solo lane more for all intents and purposes here. The Shadow Shaman's just been stacking and pulling, and what a wave going into the tower right now. It's going to take quite a bit of damage here. Unfortunately, Troll going to miss that last hit, but he's not doing too bad. He's 11 for 0. Axe leading with 21 for 0 though, and that's another dead Juggernaut. You can't get out of that with spin. Unfortunately, even with the tree heal, that's going to be a very dead Jug, and already 3 for 0 on this top lane. All 3 kills going the way of this Axe. So look at that. He's already got 2,100 gold. If he rushes a blink, that'll be something new for sure, but it's going to be an early blink nonetheless. I was saying 13 minutes. Even with boots, he could easily get maybe a 9, even an 8-minute blink dagger if they keep up like this. Bot lane, Troll and this Phoenix can't really get rid of this Morphling too well. Although the Morph doesn't have any regen, so they should be getting a little bit more aggressive on her. And yeah, there's the switch. They're going to switch to Troll for the Juggernaut. Troll does have the range for him, so he can't try to get rid of the Axe. But if this doesn't work, this is going to be an absolute disaster for the Dire. Meanwhile, Zeus and Storm both getting pretty aggressive mid. Storm not really trolling trees since 1993. Storm not doing too bad mid lane, as well as the Zeus. Zeus is actually keeping up pretty well in terms of last hit. 16-0 against the 19 for 1. So Storm not doing too well. Does have the stack whenever he wants to move to it to really increase his last hits there. And looks like that may be what he does as well. He's got a double damage rune, so we'll see if he can save that. There's the Morphling just barely getting out. The spin there, not enough, unfortunately. And it looks like this is going to be a tri-lane top or something here. As we have the Troll Warlord taking a lot of damage. Do we have the slow? No slow just yet, as well as the invis giving here. But the Battle Hunger is actually going to kill him. He's going to try and salve, but that is a dead Troll, ladies and gentlemen. Can't salve through Battle Hunger. Can't deny him either, unfortunately. And it looks like Phoenix is going to go top as well. This top lane is an absolute disaster right now. Storm's going to get this Illusion Rune bot. Can he get a kill onto this Zeus? He is level 6. I think if he bottles up, he could have easily gotten that kill. He should have bottled a couple times before grabbing the Illusion, but what can you do? Look at that. 6-minute blink dagger. He's got his boots if he wants them, but he could easily blink on the Zeus mid. It's nighttime. He's only got 800 unit vision, and that's certainly not enough to prevent this blink kill. And look at this Axe. He sees him. The Zeus should perhaps see him as well. And does he know he's got the blink? He should know. So there's the blink call. The Storm's close by with the double damage. This is a dead Zeus if I've ever seen it. And look at the damage. There's the call to ensure the kill. Mega kill for the Axe. Five kills already. 6 minutes and 37 seconds in. The Dire has got to be scratching their heads, wondering how this game got away from them. And I can tell you right now, Paul Walker, is he going to go down? Just barely going to survive. 10 HP. Morph turning around, perhaps not thinking he was going to get that kill. So a little bit of a blunder there. If something can go right, at the very least, it was that. So Radiant giving away a bit of a kill there. Morphling. Got to be a little bit more adamant than when you're going for a kill here. And Axe with the blink dagger. They've got to sit so far back. What do you do against this right now? The Phoenix perhaps could stay quite far up. He does have the dive. Maybe get a couple spirits out there. But even then, it's just such a dangerous lane. You've got the Wyvern that can heal up anyways. And this Shadow Shaman is supporting quite well as well. He's doing pretty well here. He's got 9 last hits compared to the 1 last hit of Tree and the 5 last hits. Even the 2 supports on the side of the Dire added up don't even give you the full last hits of the Shadow Shaman. Wyvern got 8 last hits herself here, so she's doing quite well. I guess as well as you can do. Only 7 minutes in here. They're just kind of trading last hits. They're both going to miss that one, but Axe, is he going to go behind the tower right now? This would be an easy kill right now. The Troll, as well as this Phoenix, have to be very careful. There's the Axe. Blink call on 2. They've got the creep wave there as well. Does he have call? He spends the mana, but he still has 1 point in the call. The Phoenix Icarus dive is going to help him stay alive here, but Axe is just so fast. He's got a blink in about 3 seconds. There's the salve up. Do we have any TP reactions? Not even a living armor, but it doesn't matter. The Radiant's going to leave it at that, and I don't blame them. If you've got a lead like this, no reason in giving it away to a dive on a Phoenix here. And Troll Warlord, he's going to go down as well. He's got his Aquila in his boots. Looks like Phase Boots going to be the choice for the Juggernaut. Phase Boots, Mask of Madness, Yasha. Imagine going to be the standard Juggernaut build. And the Dire's really going to have to play well after this if they want to pull this game back. And they do have a Troll Warlord, though. And they do have a Juggernaut. So both heroes capable of ridiculous comebacks, given the opportunity and the space here. And Troll's just going to move into the jungle. Not confident in going back into the lane, and I can't blame him whatsoever. It's an absolute lost lane. It looks like this Shadow Shaman's actually going to start rotating mid. Storm, he's just going to jump in with the regen rune. There's the jump. Does he have the pull? Nothing. No pull. There's the ult from the Zeus. Is he going to get the kill onto the Storm Spirit? Looks like he is. The last tower hit should get the kill there. And no, Storm going to bottle up. He's actually going to survive there. The Axe is going to turn around. Blink call. There's the Call Blade. Meanwhile, it looks like the Spectre maybe going to get the first kill here for the Dire. It looks like yes. So 7-1. Finally, this Phoenix is going to find a kill onto the, at the very least, onto the Shadow Shaman. But the Axe coming in, saving that gank attempt as Storm Spirit almost dying there. Not getting the kill onto the Zeus. Didn't get the pull there. The Electric Vortex, I'm not sure why. Troll Warlord still just jungling up here. Can't even kill this small creep though. That just shows you how far behind and how poor they really are. While the Wyvern's just going to get some free damage onto the tower as well as free EXP top. And I tell you that Wyvern ulti coupled with the Troll Warlord and a Juggernaut is going to be very scary later on. They're just going to blow up their own teammates. Morphling does have enough mana to waveform out here. Is she going to do that? Yes, she is. There's the waveform, though they do have the Hex. There's the Hex. They do have a Shackle as well. They do have the spin on the Jug, though, so I don't think the Radiant can get a kill here, even if they wanted to. Are going to throw out a little bit of harass on the Jug, and do have the Treant armor if they want to give it away there, and it looks like they probably will. Armor maybe going to be used on this top tower to help keep it up. As the Zeus does finish up his mana boots here. Troll going to go mid, but against the Storm, he's not going to have too much of a fun time, especially only at level 5. Axe does battle an Invis rune bot, so we're gonna have to be careful and watch out for that one. Wyvern though, top lane, Zeus capable of outputting a lot of damage. He does have ulti. It won't kill the Wyvern though. Hopefully he doesn't use it. Bot lane though, look at this. He's just waiting. He wants more than a one-man call. No, he doesn't. He's just gonna call, and actually the Phoenix is gonna be able to keep going through that. There's the call onto the Phoenix though. The Phoenix is gonna go down. They're gonna continue to chase here on the tree. Do they have any type of stun? They do. There's the Shackles, and that is a very dead Treant Protector. Juggernaut's coming in. He's gonna probably spend the ultimate, but that's not gonna maybe secure one kill here. Is it gonna jump? No, not even gonna be able to kill the Morphling. The Shadow Shaman's very low as well. There's the call from the Axe. Does the Shadow Shaman have any type of Hex or anything? No, he doesn't. Maybe, just maybe, yeah, the Jug's gonna get out. Do we have Blink? Oh, no, look at the range on the Shackles. Doesn't matter, though. They don't have the damage. Do they have the damage? Maybe just barely. Not enough mana for waveform, so he's not gonna be able to continue and secure the kill. But there's the Blink in and the Godlike on the Axe. Is the Phoenix gonna be able to get a kill here? Perhaps, no. Sunray just a little too slow to get a kill there, and not gonna be able to do too much outside of that. Does have his Tranquil Boots as well as 2 wards, though, and Godlike Axe. We'll see who's gonna perhaps get that, if anybody. Could be a very early game here. Already 10-1. No towers down just yet. Top tower, though, kind of low. Told you we were bad. Juggernaut probably saying they were bad at the beginning of the game here. Zeus does have a lightning bolt if he wants to throw it out on this Storm and just harass him. He did use his ultimate for the fight bot lane, I believe, but it wasn't too effective here as they still survived. And look at that, 80 HP. But look who it is, Big Bad Axe. Is he going to blink in? Boots of Travel and a blink 11 minutes in. I absolutely cannot believe how farm this Axe is right now. It's pretty disgusting if you ask me, and if you ask me, and it's going to be pretty hard for the Dire to come back here. They're definitely going to have to get a lot on this Troll. They're going to have to look to smoke up and take a Roshan with the lifesteal that they're going to have on the Troll and the Juggernaut. And really just all these little victories are going to be what they're looking for here. Perhaps get a nice tree ultimate into a Phoenix ultimate. Hold them all in place. The Morphling, though, they still have very few things to deal with this Morphling. Especially if he goes for anything like a BKB. A Manta style would be fantastic. You can Manta out of the tree ultimate, and really, what are they going to hold you down with? They're going to use a bit of harass on this Morphling, but he's just going to turn around. He hits quite hard himself, and look at that. There's the slow from the Wyvern. Not going to hit the Juggernaut, thankfully, because of his spin, so he's going to survive. Maybe. There's actually the Replicate up. Look at that, 29 HP. Again, this Juggernaut's just barely going to get out. Meanwhile, mid lane, Phoenix and this Zeus just hanging out while the Axe is nearby as well with a regen rune. Looks like he's going to go probably for an Atos, I believe, would be the next item. He could go for a Force Staff and kind of use the good old Bat Rider's Eye build where you blink in, you call a couple of heroes, and try to Force Staff them more towards your team. Not a bad idea whatsoever. There's the Storm Spirit. He's here to help push the lane here, and he just pushes so fast. Meanwhile, Winter Wyvern's actually going to end up getting a kill onto the Treant Protector. Wards are going to be used as well, and that's a dead tier 1. So first tower blood of the game going to be spent here, and it looks like it's going to be followed up by this mid tower. They do have the fort. They really should spend it. They could have double forted here if they wanted. Fort for the bot and then fort for the mid. There's the fortify being used. Can they deny it? I can't imagine. Maybe Phoenix is going to dive in, but no, a little bit too far, and that's 2 towers very quickly. I want to look at the graphs, even though it's only 12 minutes in. It's going to be absolutely awful. Oh my god, already an 8k, almost 8.5k lead, and look at that damage. Phoenix is going to get the Axe Godlike spree. I didn't see how that happened. Just going to use a dive in there, and with the help of the Zeus ultimate, Phoenix, how rich are you now? 1,300 gold, so nice little net worth increase going her way there as we see the Storm going to jump in onto the Troll Warlord, and Missed chances isn't going to help you here, although maybe. No, not going to be enough there. Unfortunately, Troll's not going to get out. And that's a dead Troll. And a very much alive Storm Spirit here as he bottles up and gets some of the Wyvern regen as well. 13 for 2. It was the Axe kill at the very least, who is going for the Force Staff, so he's going to be doing the pseudo Bat Rider Axe here. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever, as Morphling looks like he's going to be moving into a, I'd imagine a Lincoln Sphere here. Not the worst, maybe you can block the first Jug jump or something like that, but certainly not the most efficient. It looks like Radiant's going to group up top and get ready to push the last tier 1 for the Dire down at about half HP. They do have the Fortify if they want to use it, but I can't imagine they're going to want to defend this, as Phoenix is getting there in terms of the mech, so that little gold boost is going to help them get a little bit of an earlier mech as they were quite far behind. Axe is going to move into the jungle. No point in staying in lane if really one more hero's not going to do too much here. And looks like a couple of heroes from the Dire looking to maybe rotate top, but no, they're going to change their mind and running all the way from bot lane. If only you guys had TPs right now, you could probably get there if you really want to defend it. Looks like they did fort here. And it's going to go down. It looks like they're grouping up in the jungle. Perhaps going to look to cut a few heroes off. And could this be another team fight that the Dire looks to extend their lead here? They do have Zeus ultimate. They do have Troll ultimate. They've got the egg. Do they have Tree ulti though? That's the question. They do. In fact, an Axe is going to go straight onto the Troll, so they could turn around. Look at the damage on the Axe just from the Thunderbolt. There's another kill on the Axe. The Troll Warlord's going to secure that, and he's got to be careful. He's quite tanky against the physical damage, but when you've got the level 4 Thunderbolt as well as the Thunder God's Wrath from the Zeus, it's just so much damage early on. And look at this. The Storm Spirit actually going to get healed up. He's got the mana as well as the ultimate being used onto this Juggernaut. They've got to be careful. Juggernaut's going to be used with his ultimate there. The spins. He's unfortunately going to land on a creep there. He's going to try and spin out of the wards. The heal isn't going to be enough. No, he's going to go down, but it doesn't matter. It's at least a 3 for 2. The Phoenix with the Sunray just barely going to be able to get enough damage. Maybe kill the Wyvern. Is he going to use the Spirits? The Spirits are going to hit, but the regen is just so much right now. Can Wyvern turn around? No. The dive is actually just going to be canceled close enough anyways, and doesn't matter. No, a 4 for 2 when all said and done. And Dire perhaps looking to come back with a nice little team fight there. Gonna help secure the lead. Zeus is gonna go for a Yule Scepter to try and ensure that the Axe can't really get an easy blink call, as he's gonna return to the top lane and look to maybe pick off 1 or 2 heroes. The Troll Warlord's still sitting around here, and maybe that'll be an easy kill for him. He's just gonna look. Jungle camp's not there. Maybe just gonna move to the small camp, or perhaps the lane. Troll, is he gonna go for a Saint Yasha or a BKB now? He still just with the naked Morbid Mask. And the real story here though is how much can this Morphling get? He's gonna go for free farm here, and with this free farm, with the early Lincolns, he's just gonna be so difficult to take care of. I would have much rather to see a Manta Style. I think if you get a Manta Style, you can't be controlled whatsoever this game. You've got a couple nice replicate targets, so the more illusions the better. Why not? They don't really have anybody that can clear them especially well. We're going to have a couple TPs bot lane. Juggernaut as well as the Phoenix returning to their roots here, bot lane. And we'll see. Maybe if they want to get some kills here, they're just going to back up a little bit. Jug skating around the edge here. He's got to be careful. Phoenix, or excuse me, this Winter Wyvern's going to use a couple of her abilities here. Not going to get anything with them, though. And Morphling just going to use Waveform, and a little bit of a wasted ability there as well. It doesn't matter. Axe looks like he may go for the jump through Roche potentially here. We do have a DD on him, but not the most effective rune for an Axe here. Not like a haste or even a regen rune. And what do we have on the courier? Is it a finished Force Staff? It looks like it is. A few items getting picked up here finally from a couple heroes. And bot lane, looks like they're both just all dancing around. Looks like the tree did come close to dying, but there's the Force Staff on the Axe. He's still very farmed, and it's still very scary for the Dire team here. The Zeus is just so squishy. The Troll, sure you can hit him fast, but that just means more spins. Mask of Madness picked up onto the Jug, and I hope this doesn't mean he's just going to take more damage from Cull here. Troll Warlord and Zeus grouping up top. Maybe going to look to finish off this Radiant tier 1 tower and finally crack the first tower on the side of the Radiant here. Troll Warlord going to spend his ultimate. Only level 9, not level 11 just yet. Unfortunately for them, is going to use Whirling Axes a little early. Axe is going to go in for the blink call here. Is he going to be able to get a kill? No, he's actually just going to throw out the Battle Hunger and back out. And that's definitely the right idea here. Zeus would have been able to absolutely pop that Axe right when he jumped in. Both heroes just going to return to the jungle. Are a little bit afraid of the Axe, and it looks like it is going to be the SNY pickup here for the Troll Warlord. Give you some stats, some move speed, some damage, and look at that. They're going to try and get the stun up onto the Juggernaut, but with nothing in his strength, it doesn't matter. He's going to absolutely blow up here to 3 heroes. Meanwhile, Phoenix, she's actually going to get caught by the ultimate from the Winter Wyvern here, as well as the Hex from the Shadow Shaman. Living Armor being used, but that's a dead Phoenix, and a lot of damage coming up from the 4 heroes on the Radiant here. Axe is going to group up with them bottom as well, and looks like they're going to look to push this bot tower, and they've got to be very careful. Coming in from the left here, looks like maybe they're just going to leave it and deep push mid. That looks like that's what the call is going to be here. As Shadow Shaman wards are going to be used, and this is going to be one dead tower after another for the Dire team. Maybe they're going to rotate mid after this. They won't have wards. But look at the damage already. This Radiant team is just pushing so hard, getting all they can out of their lead, as they know they don't have the strongest late game. They do have a nice Hex. They do have a Storm Spirit and a Morph, but Troll, Warlord, Juggernaut, and perhaps if this tree can get an Aghanims, which is what he's working on. So if the tree can get an Eggs, maybe some nice ultimate here. And look at that, the tree, he's going to go down. There's the blink call from the Axe. It doesn't even matter. The damage from the Zeus, so Axe has to be careful. The Yule Scepter up. Are they going to continue to go on this? Juggernaut's close by. Only level 1 ulti just now, and looks like Phoenix is ready to get an Icarus dive as well as the tree. Yeah, there's the ultimate from the Zeus, and that's a very dead Shadow Shaman. He's still squishy. Even this low-level Zeus is still capable of outputting a lot of damage. Level 11 ulti, thankfully. He is level 13, actually. Storm Spirit close by if he wants to turn around and maybe get a kill here, but Juggernaut's here, and he's got his ultimate. They are going to look to kill the Phoenix. That is a very weird interaction there. Yule Scepter up during the hill. He's going to go down, and this Storm Spirit close by. He does have mana to jump, but it doesn't matter. 3 hits from the Juggernaut. He's dead. Axe, is he going to try and jump in here? They do have the Thunderbolt. That's a lot of damage, again, from the Zeus here, so he's got to be careful. So a 3-for-0 trade in favor of the Dire here. And a nice little trade for them at the very least. Let's take a look at the graph real quick. We still see the Radiant leading by quite a bit here. 18 for 9. They got those towers, which is keeping them in it, as well as a couple kills. But slowly, the Dire, they're going to start plinking away at this. The EXP at the very least is going to start dropping down to about 4k, just under that. Juggernaut looks like he's going to go in for the Roshan here. As Morphling, was that a... No, it wasn't anything. Okay, so I thought the Morphling was going for a... just going to get a naked Perseverance into a... Scotty perhaps, but no, it looks like Juggernaut, he's going to be building into his Yasha, and Zeus is close by, but what the heck is the Zeus going to do here? I'll tell you what, it's going to be absolutely nothing. Juggernaut Mask of Madness is going to help him regen a lot here, and Phoenix with the healing ray. Now Dire, they do have a ward up. Radiant doesn't, although actually no, they do here, so they should have seen them going to Roshan. Maybe not paying attention here, as it's going to be a free Roshan, I imagine, for the Dire. If this Morphling goes in, he's going to get blown up easily here. They do have plenty of mana on the Zeus. Morphling, you got to be careful. They see him walking in. He does have a waveform out. Oh no, Zeus, Yule Scepters himself. Bit of a misclick there. Not going to be fortunate enough to get a kill onto the Morph now. And who's coming up from behind? It's the Wyvern, caught in a position. Is going to use the ultimate onto the Juggernaut, but the Phoenix isn't going to right click enough. There's the Ether Shock from the Shadow Shaman, as well as the Hex is going to go down. Storm Spirit's going to zip in. Axe is going to get the call on 2. There's one call. There's not a second call, but it doesn't matter. 5 heroes around the Roche pit, and that's a free Roshan going the way of the Dire. So just as the Radiant was perhaps going to get themselves a nice little objective, or excuse me, the other way around, the Radiant's going to take the Roche just as the Dire was about to get a nice little objective for themselves. The Radiant's going to show up, and with a nice little team fight, they're going to grab it for themselves, and Axe is going to get healed up, and it looks like he's going to be moving into a BKB next, which is going to help a lot against the Zeus. And with the BKB Axe, I'm not sure how they can hope to control him anymore in this game. The Troll Warlord does have his S and Y, and you have to wonder, if only the Troll was there, perhaps they could have gotten the Roshan. Maybe even if he would have just popped his ultimate for the Roshan, they could have gotten it, but hindsight is 2020. Maybe not expecting the entirety of the Radiant team there. And Dota is a game of mistakes, unfortunately. When you make them, you're going to start losing the game. Some nice aggressive vision here from the Radiant. Onto bot lane, although they already have the tower, so a slightly wasted ward here. Would have liked to see it perhaps around the secret shop so they could push this, or maybe even towards the jungle so they could push this mid tower. Usually whenever you ward, you want to kind of put them ahead of where you're going to be so it can help you solidify objectives. You know, the more vision around an objective you have, the better off you are going to be when you go to take that objective. Zeus, he's going to be moving into an Aghanim Scepter himself. Tree's still working on it, 630 gold. Storm Spirit does have the Aegis, looking like he's going to be grabbing a Bloodstone for himself, perhaps. Yeah, and there it is already. 22-minute Bloodstone. Is he going to find the Jug here? Looks like he may. How do they know he's there? I'm not sure. Maybe just a bit of a guess here. He's going to use the Electric Vortex. Jug does have his ultimate here. If he wants to spend it, he is. But it's not going to be enough damage. I can't imagine here. Juggernaut, though. The Zeus ultimate isn't going to be enough. Another right click just maybe would be enough to kill the Storm Spirit. But we do have the Blink Hex from the Shadow Shaman that's so powerful right now. And this Storm Spirit, he's just going to keep right clicking. He doesn't care. He's got the Aegis as well as a Bloodstone. There's the Axe. Is he going to get the call? He is. And the Ether Shock. This Storm Spirit just barely getting away on about 30-40 HP there. Unfortunately for the Juggernaut, chasing a little bit too hard, and Troll is going to finish his S and Y at the very least here. But the Morphling still just free farming in his jungle. Does have the Lincoln Sphere now at the very least. Is going to put some more into agility. 91 agility morph so far, only 948 HP, so he's got to be careful of the Zeus ultimate, as well as a couple Thunderbolts here. Wyvern is going to pick up a smoke, so what do you do when you're ahead? You get more ahead. How do you do that? You just get these cheeky little smoke ganks. It looks like that's what they're going to go do. Perhaps going to catch off a couple heroes. Zeus just checking for wards here. This would have been a good ward spot, but nothing there. And it looks like maybe just a two-man smoke here. He's going to heal up the Shadow Shaman. Give him a little bit of mana. Does have a buckler as well, so he'll be moving in most likely to the mechanism, as Phoenix has had her mechanism for a while here. A lot of wards, as well as another smoke here. No, sorry, just a lot of wards. And it looks like maybe they wanted to make a go there. The blink back, though, from the Shadow Shaman. Only 2 heroes top lane. They've got to be careful. Morph, Axe, and Storm are all hanging around mid and bot. And nice little defensive ward here from the Dire. Going to help see that Morphling as he walks by. And they should maybe feel quite safe going on mid lane, as they know the Morph's still hanging around side shop and bot lane. They could really pressure this Morph. And Axe, though, he's got a double damage. He's going to blink in. There's the call. Phoenix has the dive in the mech. The Zeus ultimate's going to be used. The Phoenix, did he pop the mech? I don't believe so. Unfortunately, he's going to have to use his ultimate here. Axe is going to look to hit it, but does he have the damage? No. The Triel's going to miss, and oh no, what a blunder. Couple of missed abilities here. The Sunray is going to be used, but a little too slow here. Phoenix, just give it up. Use your spirits, buddy. Are we going to see a bash? There's the kill from the Troll Warlord. Storm's going in. He's still got the Aegis, I believe. Yes, he does. He's got 10 charges on his Bloodstone. He really wants to keep those, and he's going to pick up an Invis Rune, bottle up. Close by, though, Winter Wyvern. Zeus is going to use the Yule Scepter. Put out a lot of damage with that Thunderbolt. Just look at that. These heroes are still so squishy to the Zeus's damage output. Morphling, though, meanwhile, already half damage onto this bot tower, and really split pushing well here. As Troll Warlord, he's going to use his ultimate, and they're going to start pushing mid. Although Storm, he's close by with an Invis Rune, as well as a lot of mana. They could easily get a pick onto this tree. They're going to use the ultimate onto the Troll here. I think they should have used it on the trees. It would have been a lot more damage there. This chance on the Storm, is it going to help prevent a kill? Maybe for a second, no. The TP in, as well as the Hex and the Ether Shock from the Shadow Shaman. The Shackle is going to secure the kill onto the tree and Protector, and that's 2-0. Nice little TP in, and a lucky Invis Rune nonetheless is going to ensure a couple kills there. And this tower quite low, though, 198 HP, so Dire, maybe one more push and they'll grab it. But still, the Radiant must have a massive lead. Yeah, already 12, almost 13k net worth, and look at that, 10k experience still. And we'll take a look at the items real quick if we can here. Looks like this Tree and Protector still working on his Aghanim Scepter. Looks like this Phoenix is going to be moving into what I imagine would be a Shiva's Guard. I think that's probably the best option. Works really well with the tree here. Zeus still working on the Aghanim Scepter himself, but this Axe does have his BKB finished now, and we've got a BKB, a Bloodstone. Those are some really important items that will allow you to fight this early on, and that's really what the Dire wants to avoid right now, is these early fights. The Radiant's just so far ahead. This net worth advantage just means so much when you've got items like Bloodstone, like BKB, and the blinks on the Shadow Shaman's doing so much work as well. The Hex up, the immediate Hex is so hard to deal with. One of the strongest late game abilities is just a Hex of any kind, whether it's Sheep Stick, Lion Hex, or Shadow Shaman Hex. But hold that thought here, as look at that, as I'm talking about Hex, he's going to run and he's going to get Hex. There's the Force Staff actually going to get a call on to the BKB, as well as the ultimate here. There's, oh, the damage onto the Troll Warlord. He's going to pop. This Axe is taking a lot of this tower damage. There's the blink. Shackles up onto the Zeus here. The ultimate from the Phoenix perhaps going to stop a lot of this fight. The Treant slowly walking in. He does have ulti as well if he wants to spend it. There's the ulti. The Axe is going to get stunned up. Thunderbolt as well as the Sunray is going to help secure the kill, but there's the tower at the very least. They got 2 kills on a tower, trading for 1. Could we get more? Yes, the Phoenix is going to dive in, going to try and now put some damage onto this Winter Wyvern, but look at that, a waveform in as well as the zip in from the Storm Spirit is going to ensure the kill onto this Phoenix, so that's a 3 for 2 now at the very least. This living armor is going to be thrown out, but look at the damage. This Treant's going to go down. The Zeus is turning back around. The Storm Spirit's turning back in. That's a dead Storm. A Wicked Sick and a triple kill is not something you want to be giving up right now in this game. Looks like it's almost out of the Dire's hands at this point. They gave up some foolish kills there, a little bit of a long chase, and unfortunately for them, when you've got a Bloodstone like this, as well as a Morphling, you can just re-goose so easily, run back into these fights, turn around, run away, waveform back in, output so much damage with that waveform, and this Shadow Shaman was so low. He's going to find himself a lucky regen rune, and Troll Warlord and Juggernaut. Troll is quite tanky with the SNY. He's going to be moving into the BKB next. Juggernaut looks like he's going to Mask of Madness up. He wants a kill right now. He's going to try and ult this Storm, but he's just going to zip away. That's a wasted ult. And now this, wow, look at the damage from the Morphling right now. So much damage coming out of that Sun. And look at this, another TP in and a blink. It's not even a blink, just a TP in from this Axe. There's a call. These kills are just adding up one by one. The Dire's just feeding right now. And I can't imagine the Dire coming back from this game. 32-13, 28 minutes in, and we've already got 45 kills. What an eventful game, and most of it's been on the side of the Radiant, just absolutely controlling this game from minute 1 here all the way to minute 28 so far. And Aghanim Scepter is going to be the item choice for the Shadow Shaman. Winter Wyvern, what she got, she's still working on the mechanism. And when she has that, it's going to be even harder for the Dire. Really, they're only... looks like they want to deny the tower. Maybe. No. Where's this ultimate hitting the Morphling, perhaps? Yeah, he's going to go down, thankfully, to the Zeus. So maybe a little bit too low. The Lincoln Sphere doesn't help you too much against the Zeus, and that burst damage is going to secure a monster kill streak, as well as the Aghanim Scepter, and 1,000 gold for the Zeus. So we'll see what his next item choice is going to be. I imagine a Force Staff or a Blink Dagger would be the best decision at this point. Could be moving into a Hex, though. An early BKB means later on a Hex is going to be very useful against this Axe and this Storm Spirit, who's going to be moving into an Orchid. And Orchid, not the most effective item later on. And I mean, you've got this much of a lead. You may as well just move into something like a Sheep Stick, or just save up for another item that's going to be a lot more useful. Even a Shiva's Guard would be absolutely devastating against this Dire team. They need a lot of the right-click damage from this Jug, from this, even this Treant, as well as this Troll. They need that right-click damage, and any moves or any attack speed reduction is going to be very fatal in any of these team fights. Top tower is so low as well. They're going to heal up on the Shadow Shaman, and I can't imagine they're not going to want to fight right now. They've got full health. They've got wards on cooldown. No Aghanim Scepter just yet. Looks like, actually, look at that. There's the Force Staff and the Blink in. The Aghanim Scepter is going to be used. There's the wards being thrown down. Actually, look at the damage. The Juggernaut's going to blow up almost instantly. There's the egg. A beautiful egg, actually. A lot of these heroes are going to tank the damage. Treant ultimate. Is he going to be thrown down? No, he's going to turn around, change his mind. It should have been thrown out, as it would have been very useful. There it is. Finally going to land. These wards are doing so much damage, though, to this Wyvern. Not even, excuse me, to this Phoenix. And look at this. The Troll. Is he going to get the kill? Yeah, the last Axe is going to get a kill onto this Axe. And Treant a little bit far up here, away from his team. Not sure what he's doing. They don't want to run into these wards here. And a 2-for-1 fight, so that looked like it was going to be a lot worse for the Dire. Although if that tree would have gone in right away, that team fight would have been absolutely fantastic for them. They would have all been held in place there. But Morphling, bot lane, look at this, split pushing. He's going to get the tower. He should be able to get this Rax. They do have a Fortify. They need to spend it. Buyback on the Zeus already being used. He is going to use his ultimate. He's got a Thunderbolt if he's close. Perhaps could be doing a lot of damage here, but he doesn't have a blink, unfortunately for him. We are going to have the Replicate up. He's actually going to turn around the Zeus. He's going to be able to get the kill. Morphling going around. I'm not sure where he went that just to get a kill onto the Troll. A little bit unfortunate for him, as the rubber band effect isn't going to be in favor of you when you do something like that. And a 2-for-3, as we did see a buyback there from the Zeus, which did prove to be effective. Orchid going to be picked up, and look at this Juggernaut just going so far in. Wasted all yet again from this Juggernaut. He's going to get hexed up. He's going to get Electric Vortex, and that's a dead Juggernaut. Mask of Madness is going to help him take so much damage there. And a dominating streak on the Storm. Juggernaut, buddy, your ultimate doesn't do that much. You've got Phase Boots and a Mom. Can't keep going in like that. Zeus, he's going to pick up this bot rune here, and Axe is close by. The Radiant, they do have vision of this, and no, Zeus, you're walking into the wrong place right now. They know, he knows, but he's going to be dead. Pings out from this Tree and Protector saying Roche is up, but hello, Zeus, you're going down. Storm's going to zip in, land on the top here. He's going to throw down the Orchid as well, and that's a dead Zeus if I've ever seen one. Roche even helping out there. If he would have gotten the deny, that would have been deny of a lifetime. And look at this now. A free Roche for the Radiant if they want it. I'd imagine they would take it right now. They've got 23 charges on this Bloodstone. This Storm could die twice over and respawn almost instantly. Axe all alone bot lane. He's going to get a blink call onto just one there. Not going to get the tree, unfortunately for him, and a nice timely bash from this from this Troll Warlord means that this Axe has to be careful. The rest of his team close by, but not very much man on the side of the Shadow Shaman, who's getting closer and closer to his Aghanim Scepter. Axe going to split push top lane here. Treant does have his Aghanim Scepter though, quietly picking that up in the back of this loss. Or this early game loss, I should say. And oh no, he's getting pinged up from the Shadow Shaman. They know they're going to be getting rid of these very soon. Storm, I believe, can just zip through them. Or zip and land on them, and he'll get rid of them. And look at this. There's the Orchid up onto this Treant Protector. He's going to blow up again. This Storm is just so mobile with that Bloodstone. He's going to regen up 24 charges. And just look at that, 44 mana regen a second. Absolutely ridiculous. I can't believe that. And look at how fast they take Roche with this Morphling. He just attacks so fast right now. 2,500 gold, and Dire's just going to have to let this happen. It looks like Axe maybe wants to blink in here, Force Staff in here, onto this Phoenix. And Troll Warlord coming from behind. That is a dead Axe, I believe here. The Sunray is going to be used. No BKB for 4 seconds, and there we go. Dead Axe, thank you for the free kill. So they do manage to pick up a Roshan, but Axe getting a little bit greedy there, and means they won't be able to push 5v5. It'll be a 4.5 versus 5 with that Aegis, and Are they getting rid of, look at that, a 30k XP or net worth, and yeah, XP is the exact same here. What a game so far right now. If the Dire comes back from this, I can't imagine what the Radiant would have to throw right now. In all honesty, they're so far ahead right now. They could probably AFK for about 5 minutes and still be ahead. It looks like the Troll is going to go right on the Shadow Shaman. Quite low. He is going to get healed up here. Do we have the ult from this? Oh, no. Unfortunately, he can't ult. There's the ult going to be thrown out. Finally going to get a kill here. The Juggernaut, is he going to survive? He's going to survive. The Storm. Oh, no. The Storm's just barely going to get a kill onto this Juggernaut before he dies. And Morphling, thanks for the racks, guys. Just going to play a little bit of Rat Dota. I can only imagine what some of the heroes on the Dire are saying right now. Probably hating this Morph. But that's what you got to do to win the games. He's going to throw out the Strength Morph, and this is a dead Morph twice in a row. And just as I was saying, I don't know how the Radiant could throw it. They show me how. Storm's close by. Is he going to zip in? It looks like maybe they do waveform out onto the Morphling, but he's dead. He's so slow right now. He's going to get slowed by 3 or 4 abilities. This Storm's going to go in, and good game. Oh, I can't wait to look at the graph after this. This is a 5-hero wipe. For all intents and purposes, they killed the Axe earlier, and they did kill the Storm. It's dipping right now. I imagine it's going to be closer to about 20k. Just look at that graph slowly going down and down, and the EXP at least is going down to about 20k. It's going down a little bit more as well. So Troll Warlord going to pick up his BKB, and that's definitely an item that you're going to be using to get ahead. Of course, Call's still going through BKB, but a lot of the Storm control isn't going to be able to go through BKB, as well as the Shadow Shaman, who really relies on these hexes, as well as the shackles. Treant just kind of dipping around, doesn't know what he wants to do just yet, throwing up all these eyes in the forest, and the more of these you can put up, the better your chances are of winning this game, as even if you don't farm with them, you'll really have a ton of vision, and it's just so useful. You'll see this Axe, you'll see all these ganks, all these team fights potentially coming up, and the Dire, they are coming up on the late game. Aghanim Scepter finished up on the Axe, so the Dire certainly, with 1 Rax down, is not out of this game, but they're not... Definitely, they're not in this game just yet either, so they've got to be careful. A kill onto the Shadow Shaman, who's being a little bit careless yet again. So all these careless kills, doesn't matter if it's your 5 position or your 1 position, no matter who dies, the rubber band effect is very, like, I mean, it's still so important to keep in mind. And look at that, they're already down to about 20k, already lost 5k. Look at the EXP swing already. There's the ultimate onto the Juggernaut, but nobody around to help ensure that they get a kill here. Juggernaut is going to get called. The Shiva's Guard from this Wyvern, or excuse me, from this Phoenix. Look at the ultimate from the Juggernaut, only going to jump twice. Unfortunately for him, this action's barely on the outside. Wave in from the Morphling. He's going to use the stun onto this Juggernaut. Enough damage, just barely. Sword Spirit's in here as well. The Egg is going to potentially do enough damage here. Nobody's going to go on this Egg. It looks like this Zeus could perhaps get a kill. He's going to use himself. Unfortunately, he's not going to get a kill here. The waveform in from the Morphling. He's got to be careful. He's going to go down as well. Not enough attack speed. Storm Spirit close by. Could perhaps go in the mech. Oh no, Phoenix, you missed out using that in the fight. Unfortunately, the problem with Phoenix going going mech is that he's got the Egg, and when you're in a team fight, you've got to decide, do I need to Egg or do I need to Mechanism? And if you can't mech before Egg, it's going to be a few seconds before you can get it off, and that could be absolutely devastating for your team here, as we do have an Orchid from the Zeus, and Storm Spirit with no BKB could perhaps be effective here. Not the best item. 37 minutes in, it is a little late. We'll have to see how this works out though, and they don't really have anything to purge this Orchid just yet here, so could be effective in killing the Storm. It'll certainly catch him off guard for at least 1 or 2 deaths. 1400 gold, so he's nowhere near a BKB. If he gets a Yule Scepter though, he is quite close to that, and a Yule Scepter will purge off the silence from the Orchid. Do have a Ghost Scepter as well as an almost finished Eggs. This Shadow Shaman is so close to finishing his Aghanim Scepter. Meanwhile, looks like Winter Wyvern's going in for a, a pipe. There it is. He's going to be building a pipe of his own here. We'll see what Phoenix wants to grab next. 2200 gold. Juggernaut is going to move in towards the Ancients. Roshan still quite a few minutes before he's up. Storm Spirit going to be moving into the pit. Not sure why. Maybe he wants to grab a kill off somebody. And look at this. He sees the Storm. Does he see the rest of the team? Or excuse me, does he see... Yeah, it looks like they're going to see the eyes getting thrown up there as well as the ward. So a little bit counterproductive putting up a ward and eyes. But Storm on the cliff there. The Axe is close as well. He knows. He's going to bottle the Invis rune. Courier going to go up on the cliff though. So a couple pings out from the Zeus. And look at that. Gem being purchased right away. They know he's there actually. They're going to try and go on him. The Invis from the Axe, so they've got to be careful. This is going to be a call onto the Zeus. Maybe no. Oh no, he had a 3-man call there. He just kind of gave up. There's a 2-man right there. So a 2-man call as well as a BKB. The blink in from the Shadow Shaman. Yule Scepter from the Zeus can help keep him alive. And if this tree can ultimate, look at this fight. It may actually go the way of the Dire. The Juggernaut ulti's putting out so much damage. The egg, nobody's focusing the egg. It's going to hit. The Axe is going to go down. Already 2 heroes down on the side of the Radiant. Perhaps it's going to be 3. The Storm's going to zip out and just barely survive. The Sunray, the Wyvern's going to go down almost certainly here. And there it is, a dead Wyvern. Morphling close by, almost has his E-Blade. Actually, he does have it whenever he wants to get it. Troll's going to have to TP home and help defend here. And a nice fight there. A 1-for-3 trade. And it should have been much worse. Maybe they can go on the Storm. He doesn't have much mana here, but I don't think they can continue to chase. And this Phoenix has 3.4k gold. What is she going to spend it on right now? Troll Warlord, how much do you have? 2.9, 2.8. It looks like he's going to be spending that. And look at this. Morphling, what are you doing, buddy? What are you going to kill a Phoenix? He's going to use his mechanism as well as just Shiva's guard. Keturi, what are you doing, buddy? Just use your abilities. There's the Zeus. He's going to use the Yule Scepter as well as the Thunderbolt. Are they going to be able to kill this Morph? It looks like the Juggernaut's close by. He's running the wrong way, though. There's the Mantis Cell up, and look at the Strength Morph. He's just doing so much right now. The Spirits are going to miss. Can they continue to chase this Morph? It looks like, yes, he's got a Mask of Madness up. There's a crit. The E-Blade's not going to be able to do enough damage. They can't continue to chase it, unfortunately for them. So they are going to have to turn around. Zeus did have the Orchid, I believe, that fight. Did he? I think he panicked a little bit. It looked like he missed a few abilities there. He could have used his Thunderbolt, but maybe I'm wrong. Unfortunately for him, Treant is going to start moving out and putting up more eyes in the forest, although they do have a gem. The Storm must be careful with the gem as well. You don't want to lose it. Who has it? Looks like nobody. Did they lose? No, they do have the gem. There it is on the Storm. So Storm with the gem and a BKB now, and unfortunately for Zeus, this Orchid's going to be absolutely useless now. There are a few targets. You know, you could still cast it onto the Shaman, onto the Wyvern, but with the Yule Scepter on the Wyvern and the Shaman blinking in, I can't imagine this Orchid being all too effective, and it is unfortunate, as that's about 4,100 gold, or not 4,100, something around that, but that's a lot of gold set in waste. Storm Spirit, just going to move into the jungle. Does still have 19 Bloodstone charges, so still going to be a very effective item in his inventory. Just regens mana so fast right now. Troll Warlord does finish his Daedalus, and this is very much so where things get scary for the Radiant here. They don't really have the late game. As much as it would seem that they do, they really don't. We've seen this Axe. All these heroes just blow up so quickly recently. Eyes in the Forest, going to destroy that tree. And they've got a very good hero to destroy the trees. The Storm just zipping into them. Very simple for him to break. And look, he's going to keep finding these trees. There's another tree getting broken. And unfortunately, this Axe isn't going to be all too effective for the Treant. They do see more trees over here. Just breaking all the trees right now. And it looks like it could be a little bit of a fight here. Nice spread out fight. Maybe they'll go on this Storm. I hope not, as it is a fake right now. The Shadow Shaman as well. They're just destroying all these trees right now. Just every single tree, not letting any survive. And Axe is pinging it out, saying, hey guys, they're close by. Winter Wyvern is going to already start going onto the Troll. The Jug's going to already hit him for quite a bit of damage. There we go. Whirling Axes as well as the Zeus Ult being thrown out. The Morphling's going to jump in. He's got to be careful. He's all alone. The Orchid's actually going to be used. His Linkage just popped, but he's just going to manta out of it. The ult from the tree. The call from the Axe. The Egg is in absolutely perfect position to hit every hero right now. Juggernaut Omni Slash is going to go down. The Morphling should die as well. The Egg just barely going to miss him, but it doesn't matter. Nobody's died just yet. The Troll is so low. They're going to continue to chase onto this Morphling. Wyvern's just on the edge of this fight, barely surviving. Can they kill this Morph? I think again he's going to be able to survive. He's strength morphing up. Troll Warlord meanwhile is going to ult to help survive, or to help push back his creeps in this bot lane, is continuously pushing it. It's so annoying right now, but they're slowly coming back. And look at this drop already down from about 30 to 10k. And Storm, where are you going, buddy? All the way to top. He's got no mana anymore. He doesn't have boots of travel, so he's got to be careful. He might be stuck up here. Troll's running towards him. Perhaps he's just going to do some damage and maybe try to get out here. But with the rest of the Radiant, or excuse me, the Dire close behind, there's the Orchid on the Troll. He's just going to BKB a man fight. Storm has no mana. I don't know what he's doing. A terrible misplay from him. He's going to lose the gem. And that means that all the eyes in the forest are going to be thrown up again, because they won't have a time for a gem anytime soon here, as they just bought it recently here. Yeah, still another 5 minutes before they could pick up the gem. So what a huge blunder by the Storm, just adding to this net worth. And if this is the net worth, the experience is going to be, yeah, there we go. Experience all the way to 0, from about a 30k deficit to 0 already. And 10k is that net worth deficit. Just bringing it down, but absolutely massive. It's still 10k, which is nothing to scoff at, but when it was at about 20-30k, just getting over that mountain is absolutely huge. They're going to be moving into Roshan here, and maybe Dire knows Zeus is going to start running towards. Shadow Shaman is up on the cliff here. Zeus does have a sheep stick, actually quietly finishing that up after a couple kills. And it looks like maybe if they take this Roshan as well as the kills here, they are pinging them out. It looks like both teams maybe know what's going on here. The tree ant, he's saying, hey guys, I see a bunch of players. Look at that, the blink call only going to land onto the tree. That's not the hero you need to land on. And the Juggernaut's going to ult the axe, but it's not going to do any damage. He's just so tanky with all that armor. Meanwhile, Zeus ultimate's going to be thrown down. Nobody's dead just yet. Phoenix Egg going to be in a fairly good position here to help secure this Morphling death, but looks like they're going to keep chasing the Morphling. He's going to survive. Treant's going to go down. Zeus, perhaps, is he going to get the kill here? It looks like the Wyvern's going to go down at the very least, and that's a 3 kill for nil. Actually, no, 3 for 1 here, as the tree did go down, but they got the Morphling in the end of that. I'm surprised they were able to catch up there, and that is a free Roshan here. We'll see. Maybe, just maybe, the Storm might want to zip it and steal this. Maybe he's channeling his inner Sumail right now. Perhaps. He is going to zip. He's going to throw the Spirit up. Is he going to get it? They should have seen him. There's the Yule's up. There's the Aegis being picked up. Are they going to kill the Storm? He's going to take the cheese. But who cares? You're going to die. He's already going to pop the cheese. What a useless cheese. He's going to steal it and just pop it. He should have kept it for another fight. And that's a 4 for 1 when all said and done. Axe TPing away. It's going to smoke up for some reason. And oh no. This Radiant team just throwing away this lead right now. 5k. They were at 25,000 net worth ahead. They just lost 20,000 net worth over the course of about 10 minutes, almost 8 minutes. And the EXP in Radiant's favor for the first time since 1 minute, 0 minutes in. They've finally taken the EXP lead, and it's in 10,000 into their favor. So, Dire, could they actually come back this game? Troll Warlord does have his BKB, his data list, his SNY, as well as his Manta, or excuse me, his helm being picked up here. Probably going to move into a Satanic after that. And the Radiant, they've really halted on their item progression. Storm hasn't gotten much after his BKB. Axe hasn't gotten much after his Aghanim Scepter. Only 1,200 gold. Shadow Shaman does finish his Aghanim Scepter, and they do smoke up. Morphling did finish his E-Blade here, but again, that's about it. They're going to smoke and go through the woods here, pinging out top tower. That's what they want to go for here. But they can't backdoor it. There's no creeps bot lane, and only 3 heroes smoked up. Morphling, as well as the Storm Spirit, not anywhere near these heroes. And a few lines being drawn out. Axe saying, hey guys, let's go up. Maybe we can kill the Troll or somebody in the jungle here. Troll is going to pick up his Satanic now. They do see the heroes top lane, so a bit of a wasted smoke. You're just going to smoke to get to the lane. Maybe he's saying, hey guys, bait it, but it doesn't matter. The smoke's up, and a wasted opportunity for sure there. They could have gone down mid. They saw nobody bot. They saw nobody top. You have to assume they're somewhere around mid, and it's exactly where they were. So, missed call there from the Axe Satanic onto this Troll Warlord, and Troll Warlord doesn't attack and steal enough life as it is. I don't know who does. And look at this. Zeus is going to get hexed up. He's going to get orchided up. Is he going to go down? He's got a DD. A nice Shivas here from this Phoenix. He should egg right after this, and he almost certainly could turn the tide of this. Troll Warlord's going to come up. There's the egg as well as the Zeus ultimate. Zeus is going to go down, but he popped his ultimate, so he's effective. Are they going to be able to pop the egg? No, they're not. I don't believe. The egg's going to hit on all 5 heroes. The Juggernaut ulti as well is going to bounce through. It looks like the Shadow Shaman's going to go down. Maybe not. The Yule Scepter up onto the Juggernaut. The Storm Spirit's going to keep zipping in. It looks like the Phoenix is going to throw down a dive. It's not going to be too helpful. The Storm Spirit's still sticking around. He's going to get bashed up by the Troll Warlord. The waveform in from the Morphling. The Storm Spirit's going to go down. It looks like the Morphling's still trying to right-click against this Troll Warlord, but he's a Troll Warlord. He's still got a Satanic in 1 second. Is this E-Blade going to be enough? It looks like the Juggernaut's going to get the kill. The heal, the Sunray is going to do so much. The waveform in. Is it going to get the kill? No, it's not. The Troll Warlord's still alive. He's actually going to pop the Aegis, and that's a triple kill and an unstoppable for the Juggernaut. What a fantastic team fight. A 5 for 1. Their towers are taking damage, but Dire, I can't believe what I just saw. They couldn't get the egg down fast enough. A nice sheep stick up from the Phoenix, and oh Lord, what a game this has been so far. Net worth 25k all the way down to 0. Radiant, what are you doing? You are just throwing away the biggest lead I think I've seen in a long time. Dire, look at that XP lead now at about 15k. Absolutely fantastic from them. Juggernaut just getting so farmed right now. Looks like he's going to be moving into a Battle Fury of all items. Not what I expected. Honestly, I expected a Scotty after this. But, I mean, hey, you got to build what you got to build. Troll Warlord, let's see what he goes into next. 2k gold, even after finishing his Satanic. And, wow, just this game has been absolutely fantastic. 48 minutes in. We're already at about 85 kills. And I want to say it's been back and forth, but it really hasn't. It's just been all in favor of the Radiant until about 33 minutes, and then the Dire has just really solidified their lead now. Even with 1 racks down, they're looking so far ahead this game that I'm not sure how the Radiant can come back. Storm Spirit with a 6-charge Bloodstone all the way from 25 charges, I believe it was, dropping down to 6. So not useless, but certainly a little bit of a sitting weight or sitting gold in your inventory at this point. And that Orchid would have been much better spent. Orchids later on in the game are just really not useful whatsoever. Honestly, guys, if you're going to build an Orchid, try building it pre-25 minutes. After that point, it's just not going to be useful. The team fights are going to last too long. Heroes are going to be too tanky, and they're going to have BKBs, Eul Scepters, all types of items to help push those off. And look at this. Zeus wants to go in. He's got the Hex. Unfortunately, no blink, so he can't get in there. And they've got 2 Sheep Sticks, and honestly, Sheep Stick, one of the best late-game items in Dota. The Hex is just such a powerful disable here. And the Dire really just solidifying their lead with these fantastic item decisions here. The Radiant, the Shadow Shaman, still very poor. Nobody, again, like I said, has been getting any items, really. They're checking for Roche. They really need a Roshan if they want to try and come back from this. And look at the damage from the Troll Warlord. The axe is close by. He doesn't want to blink. And the dive from the Phoenix, not even going to spend anything. Both teams are just kind of skating by each other right now. The Troll Warlord wants to go in. Mech's going to be used already. There's the Axis slow as well as the Hex onto the Troll. We do still have a couple Hexes up from the side of the Dire if they want to use them. Trees far off, so maybe they don't want to fight just now. They're going to get rid of the Troll Illusion. Morphling going to spend the stun here. Adaptive Strike, not very useful unless they're E-bladed just yet, though. And even then, Troll Warlord is so tanky with the BKB, the Satanic, as well as 3,100 gold. Just look at this right now. 1,600, even after finishing up the Battle Fury here. We'll see what he wants to move into next, if it'll be the Scotty. Perhaps even an Abyssal Blade to help control the Storm Spirit would be a fantastic item as well. Even the Morphling, once his Lincoln's is popped here. And actually, earlier in that fight, we did see this Juggernaut just dealing so much damage with his ultimate. And if they're close by with the Battle Fury, it'll certainly be useful. It'll help him push out this bot lane almost certainly here. As just going to right-click down some creeps. Morphling close by, but I don't think he can solo this Jug. Even with, oh, actually, we're going to have a couple TPs in here. The Storm might have to throw in a long jump if they want to get this kill, but Juggernaut, smartly, he's going to run away. And this tree just absolutely lighting up the map. If we take a look at the vision right now here, look at that. Just so much of the map is lit up. Their jungle is absolutely safe. They can't see any of top lane, but they see the Ancients. They see the river. They see Roshan. And really just so much vision out here from the Radiant, or excuse me, from the Dire. Thanks to this tree Aghanim Scepter, one of probably the better changes I've seen in a long time here. And we'll just put the vision back to global here. As Axe is going to TP out of this top lane after pushing it a little bit. But Boots of Travel getting picked up by the Troll Warlord here. Not a bad item decision whatsoever. You don't ever want to lose a game because you don't have Boots of Travel. That is by far the worst feeling. Refresher going to be the choice on this Treant Protector. Not a bad item. I think a Sheep would have been better, honestly. The Refresher ult is good, though. Does go through BKB. Morphling can get rid of it through Manta, but you can only Manta one time. And this Treant, look at this. He's going to see the Wyvern. He's going to see her ward. Did they perhaps go on the Wyvern? They are pinging it out. Even if he wasn't there, they would have seen with the eyes in the forest. And Treant just kind of hanging around. Not doing too bad here. If we look at the levels here, what do we got? Only level 23. Couple level 25s, though. We'll just kind of go from top to bottom. And look at that. 4 level 25 heroes, actually. Treant, only level 17. But really, all you need is level 16 on him for the level 3 ultimate. And he's quite useful once he gets that ultimate with the eyes in the forest, the Aghanim Scepter. Yeah, I feel like he doesn't even know where he wants to put any anymore. I think right here, this tree would be perfect just to help scout out here a little bit more. And looks like both teams are just going to wait for Roshan, who's almost at a max respawn timer, unfortunately, for whoever wanted to grab it there. Looks like Pink, Troll Warlord, is kind of scouting it out, saying, hey, we have so much vision here. Why is that? And maybe not why is that, but good on him, as they won't be caught off guard anytime soon. Really anywhere on the map. This Treant is just doing so much work for his team right now. Do want to say, if they do win this game, it's going to be attributed to all 5 players playing absolutely sensationally. The Treant keeping up the vision with some nice ultimates. These Phoenix ults have been absolutely on point here this game, I must say. I don't want to say it's the fault of the Radiant as much as it's been. These Phoenix is just, this Supernova is just so effective if you can get it off. The burn damage, the stun. They do have a gem now on the Storm, so they do see him, and maybe they want to go on it. Maybe not. They do know now that they've got a gem, and the Storm's going to really need to get rid of some of these items here. They probably think that's the real Storm, but unfortunately, guys, it's just an illusion. And yes, illusions do get true sight, so when you do have a gem on a hero, you can get rid of it with true sight. But look at that, you can't zip into that tree just yet with your illusion, and he's gonna have to spend. And look at this, Axe actually gonna go down. Looks like bot lane Juggernaut gonna spend the ultimate here in 2.1. He's getting quite rich. Roche is gonna be up quite soon, actually. Not a max respawn time, right? Looks like it was kind of floating around here, but actually up in 41 seconds here. Maybe if the Radiant can grab this and look to push with it, it could be useful. But with Axe down for 70 seconds, 40 of those 71 seconds are going to be when Roche is up, and a couple, even just 30 seconds down, they can take a Roche that fast. And Storm, he's going to be getting rid of all these trees. So unfortunately, Tree, all that hard work he did, not going to be too helpful anymore, as Storm Spirit can just get rid of trees really easily. It's very unfortunate, but that's what happens. And look at this, Juggernaut going to scare this Storm away here. Is Radiant and Dire both kind of spread out between mid and Ancients here. Troll Warlord still sitting in the jungle. They do see these trees up here. Juggernaut going to move towards the mid lane. Do hear these illusions just critting so much right now. Just look at the damage only 2 illusions can output here. If you would have kind of made them both hit the same one, they probably could have killed maybe both of these Ancient Black Dragons here. Phoenix going to push out bot lane. Use the dive as well as maybe spirits here, but even just the right clicks are going to be enough. She's got 2.4k. We'll see if maybe she wants to move into an Aghanim Scepter. Wouldn't be too bad of an idea here. Juggernaut's just going to move right into Roche. Can easily solo this hero. Looks like he's going to be moving into the Scotty next. A fine item choice. Does he already have it on the Crow? No, he doesn't just yet. And look at the damage. The Troll Warlord Juggernaut. Troll Warlord Dota, everybody. Look at this. You can't even see the attack animation. There's the Aegis. There's the cheese. Who's going to pick up the cheese? Looks like the Zeus should be the one to pick up the cheese. And top lane is going to be pushed in by the Radiant. Perhaps the Dire. Are they going to defend or just push mid? It looks like they are going to defend here. They know they can easily win the team fight. And they've got Boots of Travels, though. I feel like they should have just pushed down mid as hard as they could. And just TP'd home when they had to on the heroes that have bots. And looks like Storm in the jungle. Axe is going to TP out here, I believe. No, who's TPing? Tree a little far off, but what a great game so far. Juggernaut is going to take some damage from the Axe illusion, but not enough. And Dire, are they going to look to finally group up and push down a lane? We've seen them on the back foot just about all game, but finally they're beginning to come back. Phoenix maybe going to get Boots of Travel of his own here. Not the most necessary, in all honesty. I think an Aetos would be a fantastic item. If you can Aetos even just one hero before you egg and ensure that they stay within that egg range, it's just so effective. The Supernova, again, just dealing so much damage. Juggernaut doesn't have the Aegis here. He doesn't really care. He could Manta out of this Orchid if he wanted to here. Is he going to? Just going to right-click through it. It doesn't even matter. He's going to spin. Not the best option there. He doesn't have his ultimate, though. Actually, he doesn't have Aegis. Troll picked it up. I thought the Jug picked it up for some reason, but no. He's not going to have the Aegis. He's going to go down. So a wicked 6 streak going to the Axe here, and Dire perhaps going to give up a little bit now. They do have a 5k actually. Yeah, the Dire has a 5k, so about a 30k net worth swing in about, I believe it's been almost 20-30 minutes by now. And EXP actually starting to move up and towards the Radiant just off a couple picks there. Looks like top lane, we are going to have a go. The Treant, he's got to be careful. Dire, you've got to be careful with these engagements tonight. Treant ult's not going to be up for the next engagement. They are going to grab the tower. Troll Warlord still has the Aegis. Axe, meanwhile, pushing down mid at about half HP. He's got to be careful. Zeus could deal a lot of damage right now. Ultimate, is he going to die? He's so close, 120 HP. Zeus has a haste, though. He's going to Yule Scepter him up. He's going to perhaps call before he goes down. No, he's going to BKB and try to TP out. Do they have the right-click damage? Maybe. Yes, he's going to get right-click down, and that's a dead Axe. And now Dire, they can look to perhaps kill the Radiant right now. Radiant's going to push up onto the racks right now. Troll Warlord being a little bit too defensive here. He does have the Aegis. Zeus is going to unfortunately sheep up a creep here. Meanwhile, we're going to have the Hex up onto the Troll Warlord. Did spend his BKB. He's going to get E-bladed. Is he going to go down? The BKB up from the Storm. The Treant's going to go down to the Serpent Wards here. Troll Warlord's going to lose the Ancient. The Phoenix still has the ultimate if he wants to use it. And are they going to be able to get a kill here? It looks like yes. The Sword Spirit just right-clicking onto the racks here. Troll Warlord, he's going to go up and man up onto this Morphling, who seems to be the primary target. They are going to get the kill, but the range racks, or the melee racks isn't going to go down. Oh, so close. The catapults are going to get it, and they're not paying attention, unfortunately. So 2 racks down now. The Dire is still not out of it. They're taking a lot of damage here onto their tier 4s, and this game still not over. Troll Warlord, is he going to die right now? Yes, he is. There's the Ether Shock, so he's going to go down. Juggernaut, he's just sitting in base right now. He's not paying attention. Finally up, and he's starting to run in. Oh, no, Dire. They had everything they needed. The axe was down. They had the Aegis advantage. Unfortunately, with a Hex onto a creep from the Zeus, they're not going to be able to secure a kill onto that Winter Wyvern very early. Or perhaps they didn't even save the Hex here for the Morphling or the Storm Spirit, which would have been a much better option here. We're going to have a little bit of lull in action. Actually, no, we're not, as this Morphling, not even the Shadow Shaman, he's got to be careful. Look at how fast right now. They could Hex him if he wants to. And is he going to? There's the E-Blade going to be used, as well as the Ghost Scepter. And look at the damage. The Juggernaut's going to go down now. And I can imagine this graph is going right back in favor of the Radiant, as they're just giving away, the Dire's just giving away the lead that they took. Now, there's the EXP, or excuse me, the net worth lead, starting to go back in favor of the Radiant. And look at the EXP finally. Oh my god, so back and forth this game right now. The Dire is almost certainly just going to have to go 5-man down mid. Refresher for Zeus, almost finished right now. He just needs to pick up the rest of it there, as I believe he's got enough. Yeah, there it is, and he just needs the recipe now for, I believe, 1,800 gold. So he should have it. Probably going to save up here. Maybe, no, he's going to sell that. Doesn't want to buy it just yet. Maybe going to hold for buyback, because they really need, if they can't buy back and save this axe. Necrobook, this axe is going absolutely all in right now. They need the Necrobook. He's got enough to upgrade it again in a little bit. Yeah, there it is. So there's the next upgrade. This Storm Spear going right up. Oh, wow. The dive in from the Phoenix getting so aggressive right now. They have no Troll. They have no Juggernaut for 40 minutes. Or excuse me, 40 seconds. Hope it's not for 40 minutes, as that'd certainly be the end of the game. And I believe this is it. The final push from the Radiant now. They know there's no Jugger. They're going to have the Necro Book. Storm, how many? Yeah, he's got 6 charges on his Bloodstone still. Zeus is going to move to push out the bot lane. Troll Warlord going to do the same top lane. And this is going to be the final stand. 5 minutes before Roshan's up. So they're not going to be looking away for Rosh. Or if they do, it's going to be quite a long wait. And by that time, the Juggernaut, as well as the rest of his team, may have more items finished. And the Axe is getting ready to push mid. Troll Warlord still with 6.9k. This is Rapier money. So if they win this fight, I believe this Troll should just pick up a Rapier here and push down mid. Just leave maybe 1 or 2 heroes. The heroes with Boots of Travel. Just go with the Jug down mid and leave this tree at home along with the Zeus. And even the Phoenix if they would want to. And maybe Radiant getting a little bit of cold feet here. The Axe is going to push mid through. And he's got a Ghost Scepter now as well. So he's not going to blow up as easily. Even just the Blink Call Ghost Scepter is going to ensure that they're not going to be able to do anything for a few seconds. A nice little disable there. Wyvern does have the mech as well as the pipe. 1,900 gold here. And we're coming down to the wire right now. It's you boys hitting the books. Juggernaut, always a comedian here. Jug going to continue to push out the wave here. As really the mid lane is the only one that's even. Storm going to pick up another gem, as he did lose it last fight, I believe. Looks like the Refresher Orb is actually almost done on the Shadow Shaman. So maybe they wait for Refresher Orb as well as the Aegis. Troll Warlord. What are you going to buy, buddy? Is it going to be the Rapier? We do have Juggernaut maybe ready to go in on this Axe. There's the dive as well as a nice little sheep from this Phoenix. Are they going to be able to continue up? No, they won't. They don't have a blink on anybody close by. And meanwhile, mid lane, Zeus. Looks like he wants to really finish up this Refresher here. And even 61 minutes in, the Refresher Zeus ult is still capable of a lot of damage if you don't have your BKBs up. And gonna be pushing out this bot lane. Okay, gonna move towards mid lane. A nice blink out here from the Shadow Shaman. Actually, not in the spot he would want to be. He's getting pinged out. They do see him, so he's going to be dead. There's the Zeus ultimate. He is going to get hexed up here. Morphling is going to come in, as well as look at the damage. The Juggernaut's going to go down, perhaps, maybe. He's got an ulti. Yes, he's going to ulti. The Wyvern's going to go down. The Phoenix ultimate as well. The Storm Spirit's jumped in. The Zeus is silent. It's a beautiful ult from the tree. The Troll Warlord's just hitting people. He's doing so much damage right now. The Juggernaut's going to live. He's up 40 HP. The Wyvern's going to go down. They still know that right up here, the Shadow Shaman's dead. The Axe is trying to push with Necrobook, but he's not going to be able to do anything. Jug's still barely surviving on 40 HP. Zeus is coming up. He's got the sheep stick. Axe is trying to hit the tier 4 towers. He's going to BKB. Can they stop him in any way? No, they can't. So he's going to be able to get out. Patrol Warlord, he's pushing mid. Does he have any items? He did pick up the gem. He's got 10k gold. Please spend your money. Get rid of that SNY. Pick up something better than that. Get rid of that gem. pick up a rapier. Anything at this point really would be better. You could take, oh God, I don't even know. MKB would be fantastic right now. Just get even more mini bash, more attack speed, more damage right now. Get another rapier. Even another Daedalus would be absolutely huge damage potential. I think a rapier at this point is all you need. They don't have a buyback on the Storm. They do have a buyback on the Morphling. This axe, or excuse me, this Troll Warlord just destroys these towers right now. He's going to take the mid tower, and game's not over just yet. Roshan's going to be up quite soon. They still have a tier 1 bot lane. I can't believe that. I haven't even realized that, but a tier 1 bot lane still left over for the Radiant. It looks like the Juggernaut's going to go and take it right now with a couple right clicks. Shouldn't be too much. It's got pretty much no HP. 1300 HP. Let's see. Just absolutely blows up this tower. Even with 20 armor and 1300 HP, Juggernaut going to be moving in towards his Scotty. Almost there. They are going to fortify. Why not? You got an extra fort. He's going to run away. Nobody's there, but it is definitely the better idea, as his illusion should be able to finish it off no matter what. He is going to TP home now, and actually going to TP mid. So not opting to TP home. Very close to his Scotty, but won't have buyback if he needs a refresher orb, as well as 3k on this Zeus still. So he did sell his Orchid, which was the better option there. The Orchid really didn't do too much. Unfortunately for him, was not the item decision here. Troll Warlord, 12k, dude. What are you going to buy here? Is it going to be the Rapier? It looks like it. I can't imagine another item you'd buy. No, not the Rapier. Not ready for Rapier just yet. Maybe. No. No, they are gonna. Oh, they're looking for wards in case they see him purchasing the Rapier, I believe. So there it is. No wards just yet. Jug close by to this axe. Troll Warlord. It is confirmed. No wards, buddy. Oh, he's gonna buy a Scotty actually. So the Scotty is gonna be the item decision here. Not a bad item. Gonna give you some solid damage, as well as a little bit of a slow when you need it. But I think still getting rid of that SNY for an MKB. Or even a Rapier still. Yeah, there. No. What's he going to do? He's really indecisive. Don't sell that. What do you... Your courier could have done that, but... Whatever. Juggernaut. Going for a Scotty himself, though. So 2 Scotties. Not going to be the most effective. 3.6k HP onto this Troll Warlord now. And really, I guess you could keep the SNY open for if you could take Rosh. And they're actually going to smoke in a Rosh Radiant. They're going to get a free Aegis here. It's going to be going on in this Morphling. Maybe this Storm Spirit here, who's only got 4 Bloodstone charges and really no items to speak of. They have no vision here. Does the Dire. They've got one up here, but that's not where you need it. And that's a free Roshan. Could this be the end for the Dire? Could they actually lose this one? This got to be very careful here. There's the Sheep Stick. This Axe is taking so much damage away from his team. He's really been far away right now. And even with the Aegis again, this Axe, we see he just goes out when they've got a Roshan, and just really giving away these fights. 4.5 v5. Do have a double damage on the Storm Spirit here, and are going to get rid of the illusion. Juggernaut does have his Scotty. No buyback though, so could this potentially be a huge blunder from the Juggernaut not having buyback? Does accidentally use his bots there to have buyback onto the Zeus. Treant, what does he have? Does have 1400 gold, as well as a refresher of his own. So does he have the mana pool? I don't believe he does actually. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, he should have enough mana, yeah, so should be good enough as long as he doesn't need to spend too many abilities beforehand. Gonna be throwing down some eyes in the forest here. Juggernaut gonna move out to push top lane. 66 minutes in, and we're almost at 100 kills, everybody. 98 kills so far. So close to hitting that 100 kill mark, and that would make the game perfect. This game has been absolutely fantastic. The only thing that would make it better would be a couple rapiers. What is a 66, 67 minute game without rapiers on at least one hero? Pee break. Jug wants to take a pee break, and when you're playing for over an hour, I don't blame you. There we go. Here's the pause, so we can all take a quick break, guys. Maybe I'll get a little bit of a break of talking. Maybe not. We see a refresher actually on the Shadow Shaman as well, so good for him. He's got a refresher as well. Wyvern does have a smoke as well as a Blink Dagger. Eul Scepter. And yeah, what a fantastic game. 70 minutes in. Zeus and Phoenix. Love you guys right now. Hard game. Second today. And what a great game it's been so far. We could take a look at the graphs real quick here. The game is paused. Sign's going to be blocking them, but it looks that both are about even. So although Radiant is 2 racks up, this game is so even. Yeah, what a tiring game. Really 70 minutes in, and maybe we can take a look at the items. Get a better look at the items here. Oops, wrong one. There's the items, and we've got the cheese onto the Morphling, as well as the Storm Spirit. He's going to be picking up the Aegis, so this next fight could be the last one for the Dire. Can they perhaps win this game? The Radiant, though, with the Aegis, they could easily close it out. They do have the axe down for 23 seconds, but doesn't really matter. Boots of Travel up on everybody on the side of the Dire. Aside from the Treant Protector, maybe that's what he'll be saving up for. We do have Eggs Refresher. A lot of doubled items here on the side of the Dire. Couple Scotties, couple Sheep Sticks. We've got a couple Eggs, couple Refreshers. A lot of BKBs as well on the side of the Radiant here. Morphling, really, what can he trade? He needs to get rid of those treads, get Boots of Travel himself, as well as getting rid of that cheese, maybe. I mean, it's really not that useful on a Morphling. Get a Butterfly right now. I'm surprised they haven't had a Butterfly. Nobody's had an MKB just yet. Gem of True Sight being pinged out in the fountain by the Zeus right now. And what a great game. Nice little bit of silence before we go into what I imagine is going to be the last couple fights here. And gotta say, there's been some fantastic plays from both teams. The Zeus getting a couple clutch ultimates off at the very last second before he dies. The Phoenix with some nice eggs. Juggernaut with a few YOLO plays going in and ulting, probably when he shouldn't, but making up for it and really getting in those nice Omni Slashes when it means something. Troll Warlord, what can you say about a Troll Warlord? He just runs in there and hits things, and what a freaking hero Troll Warlord is. You can't really get behind when you have a Troll, because even when you're behind, you're still ahead. Treant Protector really keeping up these eyes, and his ultimates have really been on point as well. Keeping those heroes close to the egg. Wyvern getting some nice heals as well as some nice ultimates herself. Against the Troll Warlord and the Juggernaut, you got to be careful. Beautiful Blink Hexes from the Shadow Shaman have been keeping his team in. The Storm Spirit early on absolutely dominating with this Bloodstone, really controlling the tempo of this game, and the Morphling doing a lot with this space, split pushing, really been playing a fantastic game. And Axe, I don't think the Radiant would even be here if it wasn't for this Axe playing as well as he did, although the late game's been a little bit iffy for him. Looks like we're about to go. Here are the callouts, and just get rid of this. Here is almost everybody level 25 aside from the tree here. Looks like everybody's saying, yeah, I think everybody's here. Seems like we're good to go. Should have an unpause in about a second. There we go. There's the unpause. Couple trees starting to grow back. They don't have a gem, so they actually don't see all the vision right now that the Dire has, unfortunately. What is coming in on the courier? Looks like a sheep stick, perhaps. Forestaff's coming in here for the axe. No, the axe's Forestaff is on the courier. Is this a sheep stick for the Storm? It looks like it should be here. Does have his bottle up for some reason. There's a Blink Sheep onto the Troll Warlord, and he's got to be careful, as well as this tree who's kind of cut off from his team right now. Axe is TPing in bot lane. And this seems to be like it's getting ready for the last fight. The final stand for the Dire here. Axe very close to the tree. Tree, I'm not sure what you're doing, buddy. Got to be careful there. Yeah, he's just going to walk away. Axe with his Ghost Scepter as well as 3.3k. Maybe they want to go on him. They're saying this Axe has been caught out so many times. Juggernaut gonna actually look to right click him, but after that E-Blade, he's just gonna stop an oh-no Jug. Storm Spirit's close by. He does have the Manta if they use anything. They should have seen the Storm, and at the very least they do now. Incredibly tense moments right now. Morphling's starting to move top and pressure that lane, so somebody has to go there, as well as the push mid from the Wyvern. It's coming down to this right now. Treant way out of position right now. I can't believe they haven't punished this Treant. He's just so out of position. As well as this Juggernaut being fairly out of position as well. Late game scenarios, you really can't afford to make a single mistake. This is when the true Dota players come out, as you really have to know so much about where the enemy could be, where they should be, what mistakes you can afford to make, what mistakes you can't afford to make. Neither team really committing to anything right now. Radiant especially with the Aegis just dancing around. I'm not sure what they're waiting for. Maybe the lanes to be pushing in so that they'll have an easier time going mid, as Treant could really use a blink right now. Actually looking like he wants to get a BKB. A blink would be far, far more useful on this Treant right now, as you can just stay outside of the fight, blink in, get your ult, refresher, blink in again. Looks like TP in here from the Juggernaut. Morphling still really pushing out this top lane. Just absolutely tense. I do not envy any of these players right now, I gotta say. Such a fantastic game. Probably one of the better games I've casted so far. And my friends of all people playing in this game. So farmed right now. I can't see I've ever seen the guy playing Troll with this much farm. So we'll see if he looks to get any type of rapier just yet. Still hanging on to that SNY, unfortunately. Not a late game item that you could use. Yeah, the move speed's nice, sure. And the slow boat, you've already got a Scotty. So Radiant really just spreading themselves out. If I could zoom out any more, I would. But just spreading themselves out across all three lanes. And They really can't commit to this mid lane. They're just so scared right now. You don't want to lose this game. You've been playing for 70 minutes, and you don't want to make it feel like a waste of time. This Phoenix has a freaking heart. No buyback, though, so you may as well just finish the heart, and looks like that's what he's going to do. There's the... What did he sell, actually? It looks like he sold... No, he didn't sell anything. He still has the cheese on him, so he needs to get rid of that. Axe is just going to use Cull on the creeps, get a little bit of move speed here, but Morphling, is he going to drop the cheese on the courier, give it to somebody else? I think that, honestly, the Storm should pick up this cheese, get rid of this bottle right now, as it's pretty much useless, and maybe even giving the cheese to the Shadow Shaman to ensure the double wards here. He's going to need a lot of mana, 1,200, 1,800 mana at the very least. They really should give the cheese. Yeah, there it is. The cheese is going the way of the Shadow Shaman, so good for them, really recognizing the play that they need to make there. And again, nobody really willing to commit here, just waiting for a short mistake. And 71 minutes in, could we be approaching the end of this game? I honestly don't remember the time that it ended. And Juggernaut just going to right-click some creeps here. Age is going to be reclaimed. And the Radiant took too long now. I don't think... There's the Hex up already. The Axe is going to go down. The Axe is too far out. There's the Refresher from the Zeus. He doesn't even need to use the second ult. The Pipe as well as the Mech being used. The Wyvern's too far out. The Radiant took too long. And they're going to get caught out. The Dire with a nice play. Catching the Axe out. The Radiant's moving in to push the mid-tower. It doesn't matter. They're going to get the ult onto the Troll Warlord. The Winter Wyvern's going to try to use the heal. The Morphling's just hitting the racks. He's going to get the Mega Creeps. The Storm Spirit's not committing to anything. The mid-racks isn't going to go down. The E-Blade's going to be used on the Morphling. He's going to use it on himself. The Storm's going to zip in. They really want this Rax right now. They're not going to get it. The wards are going to be placed, but they're not close enough. It looks like 3 heroes down at the very least so far. 4 heroes down. Are they going to be able to get this Morphling? It looks like maybe Troll Warlord's just right-clicking creeps. Axe is going to buy back. He's ready to go in. He's going to actually go in and not do anything. He's going to E-Blade. He's going to get ulted by the tree. The buyback from this Morphling as well. She's going to not have boots to travel. There she is. She's going to buy them and try to go in. She's going to boots to travel top lane. Is she going to be able to get this Rax? It looks like she should be able to. A couple more right-clicks. There's the melee creep. She's going to get Yule's up. Is she going to go down again? A buyback just for Mega Creeps isn't going to be worth it. They're going to be able to stay at home. Troll Warlord 12k HP. Get rid of the SNY. Get rid of the BKB. Buy the Rapiers and just go down mid. It looks like that's what they're going to do. They can leave 3 heroes home. Oh my god. Radiant just throwing away. They had the lead. They had the Aegis. They should have gone in with it. They threw it away. The Axe being so careless this game. There's the Abyssal Blade being picked up on the Juggernaut. And look at these creeps. So hard to deal with. There's no way that just the Zeus can do this right now. The tree is coming home. Report the rubbish axe. Unfortunately, that's not what you want to see after this, guys. No reason to be rude like that. Just lose the game and lose it with class if you're going to lose it. Not over just yet. They do have 4 seconds and 14 seconds on the Storm. And look at the damage. Are they going to just go to end it? The Hex up onto the Juggernaut. The Troll Warlord, could they? They're probably just going to go end it. The Rax isn't going to be of any use right now. If they go for the Rax, yeah, it is. They're just going to run past the Rax. They're going to look to end it. The Wyvern, she has ultimate. She's got to be, or they've got to be careful. The Wyvern could ulti somebody. They're going to blow up the Phoenix. Maybe no. She's got the heart as well as the AC, not the person. Or excuse me, the Shiva's Guard. The ultimate from the Zeus is going to be spent. There's no creeps near the Radiant, or excuse me, the Dire Ancient. The Radiant, are they going to be able to defend here? I don't believe so. The Egg's going to be thrown down. The ultimate from the tree. They're going to hit the Ancient. The Dire's just giving it everything they've got. The Radiant can't do anything. Good game from the Morph. The Dire's actually going to win this game. There it is. The Ancient's down. 73 minutes in. And if it isn't appropriate to be 7-3-2-2, then I don't know what other number could have ended this game. What a fantastic game. Thanks again to my friends for submitting this. They didn't even ask me to cast it. I just saw it and I thought it was just so back and forth. Nice little picture here. Did get ruined by beautiful hugs. So again, guys, thanks for watching. What an awesome game. An hour and 13 minutes. Thanks again. Hey everyone, thanks for checking out the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to check out some of my other videos. I have my series from lane to lane where I just cast some everyday pubs that you guys send me. I also do some more professional pubs like games from Koikva, Miracle, whoever I can get my hands on from Dodobuff. I have a learning series as well, so feel free to check that out. There's some more info in the description as well as some videos linked in the annotations at the end here. Thanks a lot.